Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be replacing these worn out BOAs on these 510 shoes. They really just don't work that well anymore. The cable's starting to get all frayed and messed up. So what we're going to do is we just emailed. If you email BOA, they have a form you can fill out and you send some pictures into them and they send you this warranty kit. They'll send you one for any of their products supposedly. So they sent me the right one for this shoe. It matches it pretty well. Got these new nice shiny BOAs. So let's start out. Basically the red is right and the blue is left. So we'll just start out with this right shoe. They send you a little tool to take off the BOA. And there you go, pops off. Theoretically, you could reuse this part because there's really nothing wrong with it, but they gave me a brand new one. So I'll save this in the kit just in case this ever breaks or something and I'm on a trip. And then you can pop out this little disc here. Again, they sent us a brand new disc. And basically you just kind of want to undo this cable. You may just end up having to cut it. But we shall see. I kind of want to preserve the cable so I can see how long I need it to be. But I'm not sure if that's going to be possible. This is looking kind of tough. So maybe we'll just cut it. And then we will just take that into account when we measure our new cable that needs to be slightly longer. Alright, so you can see the cable's already a little damaged there, which is why we decided to replace it. So, take your snips, cut one in there, see if we can get the other end here. And then let's just take this cable all the way out. There you go. Cable's there. So we'll take our new length cable. Which hopefully doesn't need to be trimmed. Hopefully they just sent me the one that goes with these shoes, right? Let's see what we got. Our brand new cable here. All wrapped around. Definitely have it wrapped very well. It's going to take a second here to get this unwrapped. Alrighty. So yeah, it is significantly longer than what we were working with here. But we'll try and measure it out, see if I can get the ends to meet. There we go. So a good amount of extra cable there. See that little dangly part. So we'll just trim it a little longer than we think we need. So now we should be good. And I am noticing on this one that this part came loose. So I'm going to glue this piece down before I put the new red part in there so it doesn't like mess it up. So let's just switch over to the, that's funny. I have a hard time figuring out which piece is which, but we'll switch over to the left shoe and do that one first. Guess I'll keep the slightly longer piece. This cable is really hard to work with. Okay. Then it's kind of hard to tell which one's longer. All right, the top piece is longer, so we're going to keep that. And let's switch over to the left shoe here. Again, take your tool. Take it out. Again, not a bad idea to save that piece, even though you really don't need it. Then we will pop this out. And we will go ahead and trim this up here. And then you kind of make sure to pay attention to how they routed it through here. I think we got it figured out. Again, we'll trim this other piece here. Maybe we can figure out how to unravel it a little bit easier this time. And we're just going to unravel this little string. There it goes. Formed a little bit of a knot there. Trying to knot it up too much. Okay. Let's get the string there. Again, we'll do the same length as we had last time. We'll snip it right here. And then we'll use I'm just going to try the slightly shorter cable, just because I think I had too much cable on the last one. And then we'll route it up. We can figure that out. Seems like basically, hopefully, shouldn't be too complicated. Then we should hopefully be able to cross it up here. Then it kind of enters in here, and we'll just kind of flick it out. There you go, not too hard so far. So now we kind of get to the hard part, I think. Probably could use a little more string on this end, I think. Kind of eyeballing it. That way when you kind of press it out, there's not too much slack. So this is our left shoe, which means we will use our left BOA stuff, which is our blue. There's indicators on here as well. You want the indicator facing down. And it comes with instructions now on how to do it. Even comes with a ruler here. Tell you how long your string is. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if 10 to 15 centimeters is what you want. So I might actually take it out and just measure my string again, just to make sure I did that right. So I might just have way too much. So yeah, on this, I've got way too much. Oh, okay, I think maybe it's saying 10 to 15 centimeters like coming out before you use. So you basically saying you should trim it here. Step 3. You trim it. Okay, you trim it. Basically saying to trim it there. So it's kind of confusing on the length part of the directions, I would say. But I think maybe not. From here it's saying 10 to 15 centimeters as it comes out. So, and you want it to be equal distance, it looks like. So maybe I figured it out. But I think that is a little confusing. So once it's coming out of the kind of the BOA part, that's when you want to make sure you have equal 10 to 15 centimeter portions. Luckily, or hopefully we didn't mess anything up too bad. And it's easy to rethread this cable anyway. So I probably trimmed it a little early. Basically, I think you would keep it the length they recommend and then cut it. Let's see, I might end up a little short here. We'll see. So yeah, like right at 10 centimeters. So we're a little bit short, and that's with it kind of pulled as tight as it can, I think. So let's just see if it works. So now you get this part, the blue part for the left shoe. This is kind of, I think, where the directions are actually pretty helpful. So left. Basically just looking at the directions here, trying to figure it out. $11. All right. So now it's just kind of figuring out the whole situation. So left, you want the left part facing down. Looking at the holes here. It's real hard to tell what they want. So let me pause the camera and see if I can figure it out. Alright guys, I figured it out. So I got one side done. So let me see if I can zoom in here. And the directions do help in terms of like getting the final result done. So I already got one side. So basically you start, there's two holes that are close together. There's one that's kind of further away. You start on the furthest hole of the one that's not in the middle, basically. And then you loop it into the middle hole. And then you loop back through the end hole here. And when you loop back, you want to make sure you go over the loop and into it, not underneath it and out of it. If that makes any sense. You can kind of see from the pictures. So you can see there how I'm going over that wire of the loop. And then basically I don't want to have too long of a string in there either. So I got to pull this string back a bit, make the loop bigger. You kind of want to get as much of that out as I can. Okay. Again, if there's not enough, then also hard. You can use your little tool that it comes with to kind of flick it up over into the loop. Alrighty. And then basically just want to get that wire through the loop. You want to pull the loop over it. And this helps if you've kind of looked at the directions prior to watching me, I think. So look at them, think about it, and then rewatch the video. But I'm just kind of barely getting this over so far. There we go. So I'm sort of in the clear here. Again, it helps to kind of push in this loop on the bottom, or hold it with your tool while you're pulling down on this little cam here. There you go. And then it kind of tightens up and looks nice. You kind of see on the finished product that you want the strings going the opposite direction, or the little end of the loop. And it kind of shows you what like a wrong and a right. Like, so if it looks like this, then go back to this step. If it looks like this, go back to this step. So the directions are helpful, so don't throw those out. If we learned anything from this video, I think that might be it. It'll be interesting to see how they recommend kind of seating this. There you go. So I think at that point you can just get it seated in there, and then we'll put our new BOA on. We'll screw it in. We'll see how it works, how it ratchets. Nice shiny new BOA. Let me zoom back out a little bit. And we'll tighten the BOA. We'll just hand tighten it. Don't overdo it, I don't think. There you go. Can't get it much tighter. Let's see. There it goes. Doesn't seem to really want to tighten. So let's see what I did wrong. Alright, I was just turning it in the wrong direction. So again, you loosen it, and then you press it down, and it's got arrows here telling you which way to tighten it. And it tightens up all nicely for you. It looks pretty good. So there you go, nice new BOA. Looks really nice on the shoe. I'm going to shine these up. I'll show you guys the finished product. I'll put a link down to where you can order one of these. I also have some spray I like to spray on these. And before I do this one, I'm going to glue back on this BOA that's coming loose. I'm going to put some nice glue on there. I'll put a link to the glue I really like. I really like this E6000. It's just kind of a good all-purpose glue. And then I'm going to spray a little shine on these shoes, and I'll show you what I like. Kind of like it'll help kind of make them last longer. I'll put a link to that down below. Let me get this fixed up, shine them up, and I'll show you guys the finished product. Alright guys, so I got both the BOAs on. They tighten up nicely. They loosen up nicely. Basically a brand new pair of shoes. I'm going to save the extra parts in case it breaks again. I use this 303 aerospace protectant to shine up the shoes. You can see the difference between the left shoe and the right shoe, which I haven't done the right shoe yet. The left shoe looks real nice. So if you want to buy some of this stuff, I'll put a link down in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe. I'll put a playlist of all my mountain bike content down below if you guys want to check that out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, and I'll catch you all next time.